Hi GA, welcome to Book Week Storytime. It's Mrs. Beebe. Buzz, buzz, buzz. You know it's me then, don't you? It's time to read one of my favourite stories. This one, Giraffes Can't Dance, has all my favourite things. As you can see, animals, especially jungle animals, and dancing. I can't think of anything better. Well, that and design of tech, of course. Let's start, shall we? I hope you're ready. Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andre. Great illustrations in this book too. Guy Parker Reeves does a fantastic job, and each of these animals looks fantastic. Colours are bright, can't wait. Gerard was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully bandy and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh dear. Doesn't look like fun, does it? Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Poor Gerald. Maybe he needs to come to dance class with Mrs. Beebe. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango which was elegant and bold. Oh, look at those dancing lions. And the rose? The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all laughed. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, don't be daft." Oh dear, they might be in for a shock. I think Gerald has a few tricks up his sleeve. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. It's one very wise cricket. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerard felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. I think he's got his groove. He threw out his arms sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. My goodness, that would be quite a sight to see. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing, yes, I'm dancing, I'm dancing," Gerald cried. Look how happy he looks. Then one by one each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerard's the best dancer that we have ever seen!" I like his Saturday Night Fever. How is it you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twizzled round and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We can all dance, he said, when we find the music that we love. That's our Book Week story tonight. I hope you loved it as much as I did. It's getting cold these winter nights, so make sure you rug up, you've done everything you need to do, and you're ready for bed. Thanks, GA.